So the video today will be all about animals being giant a-holes and fighting with humans. When I watch these videos, I sometimes think, how the hell are we at the top of the food chain? These people look kind of pathetic, but I kind of understand it, because you don't want to be seen seriously fighting an animal. Just imagine you seeing somebody put their dukes up and getting into a fighting stance against a goose and then throwing some serious punches. You are going to look ridiculous either way, so it's better to just take the embarrassment since you can just laugh it off instead of being accused of animal cruelty. If you happen to enjoy this video, please give it a like and subscribe down below, and also make sure to turn on those notifications. Let's get right into it. This video is mostly just really messed up. Still funny, but really messed up. Since you have a guy just standing around minding his own business, maybe texting his girlfriend or something, when suddenly a rogue cow comes along and takes umbrage to something he was doing. The cow was almost walking by when it suddenly turned to him and just started going after him. I can't help but wonder what he did. Did he fart at the very moment and that smell was unbearable? Or did his phone make a sound? This is just such a weird and funny video. Luckily the cow's horns were pretty small and dull. In this video, we have what appears to be a tourist or something. They are trying to get close to the llama in order to pet it, and the llama's curiosity takes over. So at first, this llama is just sniffing people, and you can see how after it takes a sniff of the first couple of people, it just turns away in disgust. But suddenly, this man comes into the scene, and his odor is completely acceptable and really appetizing.
Don't turn your back to him. He's gonna help you, Joel. Oh God, he's gonna help you.
This llama was apparently very enticed, and it started going after him, trying to mount him. Sorry buddy, but you unfortunately smell like a very attractive female llama.
Hey!
This man has more balls than anyone I have ever seen. He stands his ground against a huge moose who is charging at him. Okay, so upon further review, I can see the girl in the video, and this guy is either trying to look tough or just wants to protect her. It reminds me of this time when I was in school, where we went to an insect and arachnid exhibit, and my professor decided to put a giant black scorpion on my hand. I was completely terrified, but since there were hot girls around, I just pretended like I wasn't scared. But holy crap, I almost fainted. In the end, he pulled off some kind of Gandalf imitation and chased the moose away.
I think I'm gonna go both instead.
Yeah! Yeah!
When you think of fishing, you never think that you're going to have to run on the boat to get away from a fish. But these men are fishing for something bigger than just a bass. They are looking for marlins. As you can see, the marlin was not very happy about this and just started jumping around like crazy. He eventually landed on the boat, chasing the men out of it. But look at the guy in the chair. He's just sitting there, not even trying to move away. I don't know if this is some type of fishing tourism, but those two guys that are actually doing the work are lucky to have not been stabbed by that fish. Here we have the perfect example of what can happen when men and peer pressure come together. We can easily be convinced to do something really stupid in order to prove something. What is he proving? I have no idea, but it's just funny. This deer is faster than Mayweather and has way better action than any of his fights. He just kept getting hit in the head repeatedly. I can only imagine the massive headache that he must have had after. Also, how do you explain the bruises? Oh, you know, I just got in a fight with a deer like you sometimes. This is what happens when you have a teen messing with an animal. As we all did when we were younger, we tried to show off in front of our friends, and this kid has just learned a lesson. Don't mess with deer. Or maybe the deer was also trying to show off in front of his friends by getting close to a human. Then suddenly this guy just grabbed his snout. He reacted accordingly by putting up his dukes ready to fight. Unfortunately, there weren't any hits, but still, really funny video. This kid represents all of us, who after training in something we feel like experts and go telling and showing everybody what we can do. Except this kid chose a rooster, which was not taking any of his shit. Those few couple of moves you learned will not help you against a fighting rooster, who sometimes will go after you without stopping, regardless of what you do to them. You could still see that kid was scared from the beginning, regardless of his sweet kicks. Never mess with a nesting goose, because they are really defensive. As you can see in this video, they will go after you, and although they can't really do much to hurt you, those huge wings can certainly give you a good scare. I feel though that the worst part about being attacked by a goose is the embarrassment that you must feel when others see you running away from them. You're just trying to look cool while walking to class, and then this bird makes you break your perfect stride and puts you into a full sprint. And trust me, no one looks cool running with a backpack hitting your back at every step. Living in the rural areas of the United States leads some people to boredom. So in order to find some entertainment, they tend to do some very dangerous or weird things. And this video shows the latter.
Thank you, deer, go wild.
This guy seems to be fighting with his deer only for the fun of it. And apparently the hits don't hurt at all, since he willingly falls to the ground and takes some more punishment. You can't say that the deer knocked him to the ground for obvious visible reasons, but it just seems like he is trying to entertain his friends. Have you ever seen this video of the angry ram? Well, here you have the angry goat of Brazil. This goat is defending its territory when a lady defiantly just walks through the area, almost ignoring the goat completely. Well, this can't stand, so he takes her down a peg. Then we have our hero come into the picture, and he is not going to take this, so he confronts the goat, kicks it, and after realizing that he is too weak to harm the goat, he runs away in shame. And I mean shame, because he tried to fight a goat. Eventually they tie him up and he calms down a bit. It almost seems like kids and animals are here to make adults look silly, and we just have to take their shit or look ridiculous as we try to reprimand them. Have you ever been attacked by an animal in a funny way? If so, let me know down below, since these stories are always very funny. Thanks for watching this video. See you next time.